Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow, what a week. Last night's party was really amazing. Before we go to the party, and I'm just gonna admit I'm a little beat up after last night. I need notes for about 2 minutes. It's been so great. I've seen so many old friends, made so many new friends, and I really wanna do a special shout out to our friends at ASU for hosting such a phenomenal party last night. Really killer food. The band was insane, a country band doing Ice Ice Baby. You cannot ask for anything more than that. I still don't know how Nora the Eagle ended up in my casita last night, but she was breathtaking. I mean that in the majestic way, not the way you're thinking. Okay, and then yesterday, the main stage was just spectacular. I mean, it was really Flyboy's inspiration, the sense of wonderment from the kids, including Grandma, and then the rawness of Temple. And I think if you think about, you know, what are you, and who do you have in your team that balances who you are, it's a really, really important lesson. And the other thing is, you know, when I started the event, I talked about we have these events really as platforms to accelerate the clean economy. And we really focus on that. We focus at this meta layer. We think about you as customers, but we actually think about the markets we're trying to serve really as the ultimate customer. And I'm gonna bring on stage, we're gonna tell you a little bit about what we have coming up for you. And I'm gonna bring on stage the 3 super badass women that actually run these events and make them as spectacular as they are. So please join me in welcoming Lauren Phipps. I'm gonna do, actually, Ellie Buechner, Ellie Buechner, Shana Rappaport, and Lauren Phipps.
Thanks, Eric.
Take it away.
Hi. So it is an incredibly exciting time to be thinking about and working on the circular economy, but that theory, that aspiration is not really gonna matter unless we figure out how to do it. How do we apply it and bring it to life? How do we scale the market for post-consumer recycled content and rethink packaging? How do we redesign our business models to make sure that products stay in service for longer? How do we design differently at the beginning of life to think about its next life? These are just some of the many questions we will seek to answer at Circularity in May in Atlanta, and we are incredibly excited to have this event. We have an ecosystem of phenomenal partners, as Eric mentioned, on Tuesday, partnering with the Ellen MacArthur Foundation to fold their CE100 workshop into our event, as well as a whole other slew of great partners, including many that were here with us this week to start the conversation. And it's not just about plastics and packaging, contrary to popular belief. It's really about every piece of the value chain. It's about rethinking our systems and engaging folks across sectors and across functions to really think about how do we accelerate the circular economy at scale. So I hope that you and your teams will join us in Atlanta in May for the event. Thanks.
Woo woo. All right, Circularity. Well, good morning, everyone. It has been so fantastic to share the last couple of days with all of you. I'm grateful for the opportunity to take just a couple of minutes to get you even a fraction as stoked about Verge as I am this year. Super quick raise of hands. How many of you have been to a Verge event before? Awesome. How many have heard of it or had colleagues gone but haven't been? All right. And how many of you are like, Verge what? Cool. Okay, awesome. Well, so stepping back for just a minute and kind of reflecting on the last couple of days, one sort of pattern that I've heard emerging from the incredible main stage content that Ellie and the team put together, from some of the sessions, from some of the side conversations, has been really this need for true systems transformation, true systems change, that the climate crisis, these environmental and social challenges that we face, incremental progress will not do. We need full market transformation. And that really is what we are working to do with Verge. We talk about it in the context of accelerating the clean economy. And what we really mean by that and how we're doing that is, as Eric mentioned, convening nurturing, and most importantly, growing the community of clean economy leaders who are accelerating this market transformation. And that, to be clear, includes every single one of you, your sustainability teams, whether you're coming from a big company, from the nonprofit ecosystem, but it also includes your energy managers, your fleet managers, your facility managers, your operational people who are thinking about the role of technology as an enabler and accelerator of so many of these solutions. But it also includes the community and broader ecosystem of public sector partners, utilities, NGOs, startups, getting everyone in the same dimension of time and space and figuring out how do we actually work together more effectively to accelerate this transformation. And you've heard over the last couple of days some allusions to our big announcement this week, the launch of Verge Food as our now 5th concurrent conference as part of Verge. What you see reflected here is really our perspective of the most influential and dynamic markets undergirding the clean economy, and why we are not just convening each individual ecosystem of people, each individual market, but actually bringing all of them together. So Verge Energy, Verge Transport, focused on the decarbonization and electrification of our energy systems and transportation systems. Circular economy, looking again at the role of technology specifically in accelerating the circular economy. Verge Carbon, which we launched this past year, 2019, focused not just on emissions mitigation and reduction, but actual sequestration, the nature-based solutions. And of course, this week, our launch of Verge Food, which is going to be focused on not just sustainable, but truly regenerative transition to the next generation of our food and ag systems. So we have officially outgrown Oakland. We're not to the Moscone Center just yet. We'll be moving back to the heart of the Silicon Valley this year. I'll go back for a minute, I can't. But we will be at the San Jose Convention Center, October 27th through 29th. We can't wait to see you and hopefully many of your colleagues there. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming to GreenBiz. We appreciate it so much. I have just been so impressed by the way everyone has really shown up this week, made your time here count, really contributed to the conversation. I've just heard so much great feedback from so many people, so really thank you for contributing your thoughts, not just listening, but really participating as well. Please share your feedback in the post-conference survey. We really do read every response, and we're always thinking about ways to make the event as impactful and exciting and interesting and valuable as possible. So I really, really appreciate that. I want to say a special thanks to our speakers, our sponsors, and partners. We really couldn't do this event without all of them. So I hope you feel equipped to go back to work next week and really lead with more urgency and action than you felt you had before you got here. And I loved what Barak Aline from eBay said earlier this week, that change doesn't happen overnight, but over time. So with that in mind, I can't wait to see what you accomplish over the next year and see you back here at GreenBiz 21. At this venue, February 9th through 11th. And now to give you a little update on the Zero Waste program that's near and dear to my heart, I'd like to bring Eric Gray onto the stage. Thank you all.
Thanks, Eric.
Good morning.
Oh, you have a mic. Oh, sorry.
Champions. I'm Eric with Waste Management Sustainability Services. We're so happy to be partnered with GreenBiz as their sustainability sponsor and the Zero Waste Program Manager. There are a ton of folks that help to make this program a huge success every year. We've got Copia running our food donations, TerraCycle helping us recycle those difficult to recycle materials that are inevitable at an event like this that don't fit into single stream recycling. The amazing staff at the JW Marriott here making sure that we're well fed and happy, and all of the expo vendors making sure they're mindful of what they're bringing in and bringing out. And of course, my team at Waste Management and the laborers that are helping to sort 100% of all the materials that we're generating at this conference in the back. Many of you saw that on the tours. And with that, I'm really thrilled to announce that as of yesterday at 6 p.m., we are still at 100% landfill diversion. Bravo, bravo. So far, we've diverted over 2 tons of material just this week, including 398 pounds going to the local composter, Recycled City, 905 pounds going to recycling, and probably my favorite metric this week is 530 pounds going to a local nonprofit here to feed people in need. Yes, yes.